them thought crimes, baby.
The year is 2018. The king of snowwalkers, known as Drake himself, kingdom this time is in shambles from being attacked by the 41-year-old Basquiat dope boy rapper Pusha T, as Drake struggles to recalibrate a game plan that could be most effective against not only Pusha T, but the good music staff. As the Queensbridge rapper himself, Nas, once stated, "In the middle of that, Jay tried to sneak attack, assassinate my character." Jay-Z returns to the battlefront to continue to bury the snowwalker in quicksand with his wife and his queen, Luciferian demonic goddess herself, Beyonce Knowles. And while ticket sales for their On the Run tour is not as strong as the first time around, Jay-Z and Beyonce, in a clever strategic move, decide to drop a surprise joint album in the middle of their tour. Is Jay-Z using the most effective feminine energy, known as Beyonce Knowles, against the Snowwalker's continued manipulation of the feminine energy? We have seen earlier this year that Drake did the ultimate feminine energy spirit bomb when he did the single, Nice for What? And in the single, as he continued to pander to many women of different races, the Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter video, doused in feminine energy, was trending and tracking very well. But many people were suspecting that Drake was reaching too far in his bag full of high heels. But on the track Boss, Jay-Z decides to take out his sword and stick it into the side of a crucified Drake. This, of course, coming shortly after the Canadian snowwalker was forced to retreat into the snowy mountainous terrain of Canada by one Pusha T, leading up to the album release of Everything Is Love. Jay-Z and Beyonce were met with yet another challenge. The dick of one King James was called into question by the public. Did the Cleveland, Ohio Goliath desecrate the walls of Mrs. Carter? LeBron James, the Cleveland, Ohio Goliath, had already been met with several challenges. After falling to a 4-game sweep series in the finals to the Warriors from the West, LeBron James' kingdom and legacy had been called into question. And at the same time, many rumors of infidelity began to surface. And on his list of women who have been conquered in the bedroom was a Beyonce Knowles, Mrs. Sean Carter. What was interesting was the elusive track that was supposed to be career-ending, as stated by one principal dressing Jay Prince. And on this track, Jay Prince stated how whatever Drake was about to say was about to end many careers and break up many homes. Did the Snowwalker have intel that LeBron James was slam dunking his king-size dick into the ass cheeks of Beyonce Knowles? Was the household of Kanye West Kardashian the only target of Drake's wrath? Or did Drake have a more sinister plot? As Drake retreated into the mountainous terrain of Canada and decided to summon the spirit of the creators and the founders of the famous drink, Canada Dry, Jay-Z and Beyonce continue their domination tour and began to chip away at the legacy of whatever is left of Drake Aubrey Graham. The industry has done an effective 1-2 punch against Drake as he danced around making duck lips in videos and overlooking the fact that his enemies were beginning to form a plot. Beyonce and Jay-Z this time both re-emerge post-couple therapy as a unified front. This time, not only wiping off the smile of one obese face Kanye West, but also effectively shutting down whatever is left of Drake's energy as it stands right now. What will remain to be seen when Drake decides to re-emerge with his Scorpio sting on June 29th. Will he take shots at Jay-Z? Will he talk about Beyonce? And will he go in on Kanye West as Drake begins to reassess his plans and restate what is to come? Good Music has just celebrated their victory lap with the release of a Kanye West album, a Kanye West and Kid Cudi album, and also a Nas album. Jay-Z comes through with his wife Beyonce on the back end to finalize the death blow for one Drake Aubrey Graham, and it appears the occultic origins of Jay-Z and Beyonce is most effective in the process of their album release. Jay-Z and Beyonce both decide to drop their album on the birthday of Tupac Shakur. Harnessing the nigga energy of Tupac Shakur, Jay-Z continues his Masonic assault on Drake the Snowwalker. Blinded by this, Drake has remained silent. Drake has not given a public interview since the summer massacre of his OVO camp. Rumors began to speculate that Drake was somehow in contact and was sending private messages to a Drake sexual sodium-faced hip-hop commentator. But these reports have not been verified. Things appear to be looking up, on the other hand, for Jay-Z and Beyonce. After Jay-Z was comfortably able to take his Luther Vandross photos with his queen Beyonce, Jay-Z continues to go ahead and track for the final kill of Drake Aubrey Graham. And in classic Jay-Z fashion, he begins to drop more hints as to who really was the puppet master, the $1 million bounty placed on Drake's head in hip-hop. Pusha T was caught quoting Jay-Z rhymes on his Infrared diss track, and Pusha T did freestyle over the story of OJ instrumental in response to Drake's puppy freestyle. Jay-Z has been subtly leaving clues about who is really behind the OVO Summer Massacre of 2018, as Drake prematurely celebrated a victory against Pusha T after dropping his puppy freestyle and posting on Instagram that he sent over an invoice to Good Music and charged them for basically giving them free promotion. And in classic Jay-Z fashion, on the track Boss, Jay-Z tentatively responds, "Survey says you're not even close. Everybody's bosses to the time that pay for the office. To them invoices, separate the men from the boys over here." Jay-Z decides to sink his teeth into Drake's carcass for the kill and drag Drake by his Arabic beard. And will Drake's next album be his own version of the Don Illuminati Theory album? Will Drake be releasing his own 6-Day God Theory album? Drakeavelli. Tune in next time on Negro Ball Z. It's all about mentality. Get my book Respect, and it's all about mentality. I will say this once again. When hogs become giraffes and giraffes become starfish mentality, we talking about a money-making biracial immigrant mentality. We talking about an obese face producer, stanky booty boy mentality. We talking about a 41-year-old kindergarten braid hair wearing dope dealer blipster mentality. We talking about LeBron James, Cleveland Cavaliers getting swept in Game 4 mentality. We talking about an adulterous husband with Paisley hair, open chest, used Cadillac car salesman suit wearing mentality. We talking about a Beyonce oily booty cheeks with her hobo oil and tea tree oil getting slammed on at the Game 4 mentality. It's all about mentality. Buy my book, author, creator, publisher, book signing, book opening, possibly C-SPAN interviewing mentality. The book is called Respect, and I need for you to go into your pockets and participate in the venture corporate capitalistic society to push my book to the New York Times bestseller mentality. I need you to understand that it's all about mentality.
Go to our Patreon for more, and don't bother me.
What makes you think that you jabronis actually have the right to tell somebody what to say and what not to say?